It is a vibe. It have a buzz. Our next guest, international singer and songwriter who's worked with top music acts, which include U2, Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, Bruno Mars, and let's run the prompter. More and more and more, but he's with us this morning. Son of the soil. Let's welcome to Smile Jamaica, Olaf Blackwood, joining us on Zoom. From which part of the world, Olaf, this morning?
I'm in California, San Francisco.
You're in Cali. Cali's on my bucket list. Maybe one day I can come to one of your big concerts over there. Good morning and welcome to Smile Jamaica.
I would love that.
Oh,
well, thank you very much for having me.
Good to have you. So you grew up here in Lacovia. You left at a pivotal point in your life. Tell me about life here before you left for foreign.
Yeah, well, I left twice. When I was 10 years old, I went to Canada to live, and then I came back a year later. And then I left again when I was 21 to New York. And it was very, very hard to get adjusted to the city and the fast life and, just how people are.
I know.
It was very tough for me. And, it was very hard.
Different culture.
I wanted to come back. Yeah, the culture, exactly. That was the thing.
Yeah. If you're... the States are so, it's almost impersonal the way you just have to go, and the pace of it, it's usually a difficult adjustment because as hard as we work in Jamaica, we find time to relax and kick back and lay back. So I understand that part of it. Was music a part of your life here before you left?
Yes, so I used to DJ a lot. You wouldn't know by what I'm doing right now, but I used to DJ a lot from the sound systems, and I traveled from different parishes and stuff. So I used to do music when I was a teenager, do my stuff. And when I moved to New York, I kind of moved corporate America essentially, and I just started working normal jobs. I basically gave up singing, and and I kind of found my way back to it now.
Yeah, that must have been fun going into corporate. Creatives like you in corporate, it must have been a struggle.
No, the head of the company actually heard the demo that I did with one of my coworkers, and he called me in the office, and I was like a well-behaved employee, so I never had any issues. So I was, I'm like, what
did I do? Yeah.
I went in, exactly. So I went in, and he basically just said, I heard your music, and I honestly think you're doing yourself a disservice. I think you should really focus on your music. You always have a job here, but dude, just go for it. And that was it. His name is Tim. When I worked at a pre-marketing company in Wall Street.
Wow.
Yeah, that was it.
Well, bless him. That's the kind of boss you want, right? So tell me how you made the transition now. What did you do to end up where you are? So at that point, you're in New York. Take us to the...
Check out my music. It took him a while to actually get back to me. And when he did, he's like, how far are you? And I'm like, well, I'm about 10 minutes from where you are. And I jumped in a car, went over there, and pretty much the rest is history. We wrote a few songs, and here I am doing some more stuff with Shaggy as well, actually.
Yeah, that is very cool. Mm-hmm. So which part of it do you prefer, the singing or the songwriting?
All of it, because with the song itself, I get to kind of tell the story, and with the voice, I feel like I get to deliver it a little bit more to people. So I love both of it.
And tell us about this song that is taking the place by storm now. I Need You.
That song was written. So I'm from a family with a lot of females. I have 9 sisters. I have a daughter as well. And then the song is about a broken woman, lady, trying to find her way out in this crazy world, and the obstacles that she encountered in a day-to-day life. So it's meant to empower and encourage.
So performing now, I hear you're performing to tens of thousands of people in big arenas, and what is that like?
It's amazing. Especially when it's always trippy when I see people start singing your songs and a massive, audience coming from the country and performing on sound systems and churches, anywhere there's a stage I get on it. But it's a different level of high that you get when you see that kind of crowd and watch people. You see the faces of people when they sing the song or them being moved by it. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And let me ask you about your Jamaican-ness and how that plays for you in terms of your musical background and so on, because we know, Olaf, anything Jamaican culturally is hot anywhere across the world. So clearly that has to be, you know, talent aside, because you clearly have that. That's something that must work in your favor, no?
Oh yeah, most definitely. And I think, you know, it's not often that you meet a Jamaican guy with the name Olaf.
Right? So wait a minute. So good point. Whoa, breaks. What?
Yeah.
So Nordic background, how does that go?
It's a Norwegian name. So my dad was working in Cuba doing welding, and there was this little kid that was, I guess, that lived next door that would always give him like fruits and like lemonade and stuff. And he just said if I ever had a son, I would name him Olaf, and that's what he did. Yeah, and I got teased all throughout primary school. Old shorts was one of them. People call me old shorts. I don't know how they put that together. I still hate that.
Jamaican people are going to do that. We're going to review. All right. So Olaf, let me ask you how you've been able to fuse that element of brand Jamaica into your music. What you sing, what you songwrite. Or are you just part of this bigger wave that's kind of fusing everything together?
Not really. I wouldn't say fuse. I think like I do many different kind of songs. You know, I started out, as I said, with the phone system thing. So if I were to grab a mic and DJ, that's coming from the soul. From the soul. I try to do everything that's you know, it's got to be meaningful. It's got to come from somewhere. So when I do pop music, I also grew up on country western songs as well and folk music. So I don't think I wouldn't look at it as like fusing. It's just like different parts and different elements. You know, to me as a person. So
what's next for you, sir?
Right now I'm in a hotel and I've been in the studio all day. Haven't really slept. I'm out here working on my album, doing a lot of reggae songs actually.
What?
With Shaggy.
Oh, we love that. When do we get to hear that?
Hopefully soon. Yeah. We got some really awesome stuff that's taken. You know, it's I can't wait for that.
I'm very excited. So you're working now with Shaggy. Is there anybody else you're working with now outside of your own project that you'd like to share? That you have stuff coming out from that we can look out for?
Yeah. Well, the main thing now is just the album.
Okay.
I do have a publishing company, Holland Bamboo Music Publishing. So being from St. Elizabeth, I figured I'd just put that out here. Yep. And people are like, what does that mean? And then you have to show them a photo of what it looks like, you know. Big up St. Elizabeth. So I have an artist that I signed. Her name is Ronnie, R-A-N-I, and she's doing some pretty amazing things. She just released a song that I wrote called Profit, which is doing pretty good for her for a new EP. So there's a bunch of stuff, and I'm just working and just going ahead full speed.
Oh gosh, we're so proud of you, Olaf, and we wish you all the best with your career. You're doing big things for Jamaica. Big things for St. E. Who you want to pick up in St. E before we go? Quickly.
Chris, Bosco, Wogo, Dylan.
Yeah, man.
You know, just everybody. My sisters, you know what I mean? All my sisters, Kadane. Yeah.
Yeah, and all the folks who called him old shorts, look at him now. So,
old shorts. New shorts.
New shorts. All right, Olaf. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yeah, man, good to have you. Tell Shaggy we said howdy when you see him. International singer and songwriter, Olaf Blackwood. I love that for us. Jamaica winning on the world stage. News in 5, second edition is up next.